Alright everybody, sorry for getting this one out a couple of hours late. I am currently traveling, so I'm going to try to speak up a little bit to speak over maybe some car noises that you may hear. But this one right here, I can tell you, this roll-up's going to take a minute. There's a lot of trades on, actually in fact I believe every ETF has trades on them. So it's going to take a while to get through this. Of course, as a reminder, later on this evening, once the holdings come out, I will review the holdings with the trades, and we'll go over in depth everything that happened today and all the strike prices and everything else. So let's get started here. So for here, we've been going over the changes in the prices. So we'll just, so AIYY was actually down 25 cents today. I wish now that I would have looked that one up. I don't know why that one was down so much, and I didn't hear anything about it. But AMDY was up 2 cents, AMZ was up 12 cents, Apple up 5 cents, Coney was only down 9 cents, Dizzo, same, FBY, GUI, and JPMO were all up 2 cents. Murny was up 27 cents. MSFO was up 9 cents. Misty ended up closing down $1.96. Nefli was up 9 cents. NVIDIA up 92 cents. OARC down 16 cents. PayPay was up 11 cents. SQY was down 66 cents. And then this says Tesla closed at the same price also. That's interesting. Zomo was up 4 cents. YMAG was up 17 cents, while YMAX was down 1 cent. And then Alti was down 9 cents. Alright, so if we go over to the underlying, let's see, so I did not do the dollar amounts here, so we just have percentages. So AI was down 2%, AMD up 0.5%, Amazon up 0.4%, Apple up 0.5%, Coin down 2.5%, Disney down 0.7%, Meta up 0.4%, Alphabet up 2.1%, JP Morgan down 1.2%, Moderna up 1.3%, Microsoft down 0.1%, MicroStrategy was down 4.8%, Netflix was up 0.9%, Nvidia was up 3.1%, ARK was down 2.2%, PayPal down 2.1%, Block was down 3.9%, Tesla was down 1.2%, and then apparently Exxon closed at the same price. So now if we compare, and then yesterday was the first time I did these color codes, if you didn't see yesterday's, but if we compare the difference in the percentage change of both of these, that's what you're going to see here in the blue column. And then you can see by looking in the column A and N, the ETF versus the underlying. If they're colored in blue, that means they did better. So I want to go back and look at these, especially this past week, but today was a red day on the market. We ended red, and most of our ETFs outbeat the underlying. So in fact, I did it down here at the bottom. So I want to start tracking and putting down here where the market is, so I can just get an idea, where we're at. But anyway, 5 apparently I can't count because that's 6. Maybe it had changed earlier before I was counting. I'm going to make sure 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Maybe I miscounted earlier. And no, I don't have something built in to do this for me because I wasn't on my computer when I did this. So I manually typed those in there. But as you can see, the majority here were the Yieldmax ETFs on the red day. So far, I think this last week, if it was a red day, the ETFs did better. If it was a green day, the underlyings did better. But I can go back and look at those, and I'll try to remember that for the weekly roundup when we go over all the days for each of the ETFs and the overall roll-ups, along with the the IV and how much income we've earned per share and everything else. But I'll try to remember to look back through here and then just verify that on the weekly roundup. But if we go down through here again, the difference in column T is the difference between the percentage changes. So AIYY did better by 0.3%, AMD did better by 0.4%, AMZ did better by 0.1%, Apple did better 0.2%, and then Coney did better by 2.2%. Dizzo did better by 0.7%, Meta 0.3%, Alphabet 2%, JPMO 1.3%, and then it looks like Murni was actually 0%, but I'm sure it's just a tiny bit. It's got a decimal there you can't see. But then you have MSFO. We had 0.5%. MicroStrategy was only 0.1%. Netflix 0.3%. And then the rest of these are all Yieldmax. Of course, NVIDIA, it says 0%. But OARC beat by 1%, PayPay 2.7%, SQY 1.3%, Tesla 1.2%, and Zomo 0.2%. And then we'll go over to the trades here. So the short calls for AIYY, they brought in $305,000, and then they got $101,000 for the synthetics for a total of $406,000, or rounded up as $407,000. AMDY brought in over $1 million for their short call trades with no synthetics. AMZ brought in $328,000 for their short calls with no synthetics. Aptly brought in $229,000 with no synthetic. Coney brought in $6.65 million for their short calls with no synthetic trades. Dizzo, they ended up having to pay $68,000 to close those out, the short trades out, but brought in $454,000 on their synthetic trades for a total of $386,000. Phoebe had to pay $209,000 to close out their short calls and had no synthetic trades. GUI had to pay out $1.45 million to close out their short trades, but they brought in $1.5 million for their synthetic trades, so they actually brought in $86,000. JPMO paid $253,000 to close out the short call trades and brought in $561,000 for the synthetic trades for a total of $309,000. Murni brought in $259,000 for their short call trades, and they had no synthetic trades. MSFO paid $281,000 to close out the short call trades, and they brought in over $1 million for their synthetics for a total of $739,000. The rest of these had no synthetic trades. Misty brought in $883,000. Nefli brought in $251,000. NVIDIA brought in $3.3 million. OARC $513,000, PayPay 75,000, Block 320,000, Tesla 8 million, and Zomo 76,000. I will go more in depth later on tonight, again, once I get the holdings, and then I'll go over all of the trades and the holdings. Just be advised, it will be a long email, but we will be covering, in depth 19 ETFs and every single trade. But I'll let y'all go and talk to y'all later. Bye.